Hi guys, this is my first tutorial on Blitz3d, and I'm going to be showing the basics of Blitz and how to create a very basic program. So to start with, we have the graphics, which you can see here. Right, because it's a 3D program, we have to write 3D at the end of after graphics, which I've written here. And this is literally just the width of the screen and the height of the screen. And then this is, if you have a recent computer or laptop, this should take up most of the screen. So I recommend this screen size for any new users who don't understand the concept. But the first one is pretty much the screen width, and then you've got the screen height here. It depends on your computer. It depends what you're doing for these, because obviously 2D, 3D, there's separate things that you can be doing with it. Set buffer, back buffer, I'll be coming back to that later. When I get a bit down here, I can show you. So after you've put this up and you've written set buffer, back buffer with two brackets here, as you can see, you're going to be creating a light. So this is the variable here. This can be anything you want. It doesn't have to be light. I just call it light because it makes it helpful, because I actually know what it is. If you're doing light, you need to have space equals space, and then you're going to write create light. So light equals create light, and after each time you create an object or light or camera, you're going to add in two little brackets here. So again with the camera, because obviously the light will light up the world, and the camera is what you're seeing. The camera is the view of the game itself. So you're going to write create camera and bracket, open bracket, close bracket, and then we can create a simple cube, and I'm positioning it. So if I quickly run it, at the moment this is what it looks like. So I've positioned the cube slightly to the right of the screen. As you can see here, I've written again create cube. The variable is cube. If it's in white, the variable, if it's in blue, it means it's a certain word that Blitz recognizes. So if you're trying to add in a create cube or create camera here, this bit, if it doesn't turn blue, then there's a mistake. So you want that to turn blue. Here, position entity, again it's a word that Blitz sees, and you write the variable name. So position entity is another word for positioning the object that you've made. The cube, which is the variable here. 2 on the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis, and 5 on the z-axis. So like I said, if I play this one more time, it's a little bit along on the x-axis. Sorry, it is level. It's flat on the ground. Well, there isn't a ground at the moment, but it's flat, and it's just in front of us. Z being in front, how far away it is, or behind us. So minus will be behind the camera, as the camera default position without me positioning it is 0, 0, 0. Okay. So here we get to the while, which is the main loop. So this means that while I'm not pressing key 1, which is escape, it will do the thing here below. So it will render the world, update it. This bit, you don't have to worry about it, just add it in. You don't always need update, but you need that for 3D. Flip, this is where I come to the set buffer, back buffer. This basically means by setting the buffer and then the back buffer here, all the things that you add into your program will be put onto the back buffer. The flip here flips the back buffer to the front and the front buffer to the back, so you can actually see your creation or whatever's happening in the program. So if you forget this little bit here, you won't be able to see anything. So this is one of the most important parts here. You can't forget this. Okay, so just make sure the back fits the back buffer forward. And you've got wend and end. So wend ends the while, and end ends the whole program together. So, well, that's all you really need to know for the basics. So, if you want to have a quick go at that, maybe, and then you can come back for some more tutorials if you need. I've got a few more tutorials that I'll be making, and I can explain a lot more. So, see ya.